Good morning, good day, good evening, wherever you are. My name is A2W, and I'm excited about this opportunity more than I used to. Today, I'd like to share with you an interesting business model, which I call the Avenues to Wealth business model. What I'm about to share with you is something I'm sure you are aware of, but I'd like to break this industry to you in a way that you can understand. A lot of people have blocked themselves or blocked their ears, or their cups are full and they refuse to learn or get to hear new things about this industry. I would like to help you with sufficient light to be able to make an accurate decision. And your decision is your decision. I just want to provide sufficient information to help you think about it and see if it's something you really want to do. That industry is a network marketing industry. That model is a network marketing model. In the last 25 years, this industry has created the highest number of millionaires in dollars compared to any other industry. It's an industry that ranks the same way with real estate. Now, what's fantastic about real estate? It's leverage, it's residual income, and it's compound interest. Those are the three world-known engines for creating wealth. The same thing with network marketing. You have leverage, you have residual income, and you have compound interest. But I'd like to share with you some very interesting things that you might not be aware of about the industry. I'm sure you've had failures, I'm sure you've heard negative things, I'm sure you've seen a few negative things. Let me make this abundantly clear to you. In the book The Prince, Niccolo Machiavelli says something very interesting. He says, people that bring about change do not do sufficiently to make change happen. Why? Because the people who profited from the old order of things don't want things to change, and they are aggressive about it. The people who are hopeful and desirous of change do not do enough because they are not sure how the final results will be, and they're a bit reluctant in pushing it. So you have a lot against change, and you have very little for change. Now, one of the exciting things that happens in life is that change is constant. Change happens. 100 years ago, there was no television. 100 years ago, there was no telephones, internet. So many things, our lives seem incomplete without today, did not exist 100 years ago. Some of them did not exist 50 years ago. Change is constant. One of the things I've found to be as constant as change is resistance to change. Human beings find it difficult to accept change. And the more novel an idea, the more impactful or effective an idea, the louder the noise of resistance against the possibility of change. This industry has faced its own fair share of opposition. I will share with you why. And I will share with you why this industry and this general segment of work is here to stay. In fact, it's been predicted to be the 21st century direction for business, for entrepreneurship. People are reluctant to change. We resist change. We try to stay in our comfort zone. We prefer to stay where we are known and what we have accepted. Machiavelli puts it in a very lovely way when he says every change has two sets of opposition. One, people who succeeded in the past, and two, people who didn't succeed in the past but are not sure if they will participate or be effective in the future. People are resistant to change. I remember reading up a few research elements some time ago, discovering that every scientist that has come up with something innovative, something different, has been ridiculed. Has at one time or the other faced public ridicule, has been brought to book, to shame on the possibility of their thinking in the direction of their inventions. Discovering America for Christopher Columbus, or discovering some places in the world, came with ridicule. Louis Pasteur was ridiculed. Thomas Edison, Albert Einstein, all of them were stopped, were criticized. Why? Because they were pushing things in the direction of change and the world lives in fear. Somebody says that fear is the passion of slaves. How true. In the 1800s, the concept of family-owned shops was being taken over by a new idea that a man by the name W.T. Grant was bringing. Large shops, large stores. He was bringing different small categories of shops together inside one big hall as departmental stores. The world revolted. They couldn't believe. They didn't want to agree. Shopkeepers who were successful as mere shop owners did not want it to go. They didn't feel it was, they fought back politically. They saw their businesses decline and they felt, no, we're going to pull this down. There were thousands of them with thousands of votes, and they lobbied for the right to do things the same old way. Finally, the grants departments were outlawed, but the customers loved it, and in time, with persistence, it won. Usually the maxim is, if there's a better way, it will persist. Early 1960s, the concept of franchising was also birthed, and it faced opposition. It was opposed, it was supposed to be a new idea, it was supposed to be revolutionary, but it was met with resistance. Newspapers and magazines wrote that a scam and a rip-off franchising was. Stories of people who lost their life savings were shared publicly. It was made to look bad. They went to court, they made a move to make franchising illegal. In fact, franchising, according to history, was only 11 votes short of being outlawed by Congress. Today, this so-called scam is responsible for 34% of all retails in North America. Franchises sell nearly $800 billion per year. That's about 7 years ago. Every industry goes through evolution similar to this. Chiropractors that are very popular in the UK were seen as quacks in the 1970s. The stock market was seen as shady and as gambling when it came to the scene. It's another form of gambling. In the 1690s, newspapers were almost outlawed by some communities. Some governors pushed hard against the possibility of printing newspapers. Every pioneer industry gets to face the challenge of resistance. The reality is, if it's a better way, mark my words, it will persist. Like all powerful concepts, network marketing has faced its own share of resistance. And what exactly is network marketing? Network marketing is a distribution model. It's a way to move goods or services from a producer to the last consumer without going through the normal distribution chains. Your customer becomes your distributor your customer. He buys, he shares by word of mouth advertising, spreads the message around, and the product moves from the producer to the buyer via a network of independent distributors. Now, it's a model for distribution. Network marketing as a concept started in the early 1940s by a company called California Vitamins. This company stumbled on the concept of network marketing by accident. They discovered that by making their products something available to the people who are selling them and allowing them to tell their family members to also become wholesalers, even though they had people selling fewer than they could sell as sales reps, they had more people selling more. And as that concept began to grow, they decided to structure their compensation model around making sure that more people who sell little portions of the product and they did not need to advertise or invest in advertising. In the early 1940s, network marketing was birthed accidentally. The company finally changed in 1956 thereabout to Nutralite Food Supplement Company. And somewhere around 1959 precisely, Rich DeVos and Javan Andel, who are distributors with Nutralite, decided to set up a company that ultimately took over Nutralite called Amway. They believe very firmly that this model of doing business is indeed the American way. Amway is short for the American way. The key of their business, and as a fallout of a series of almost closely structured scams the chain letter syndrome in the early 1940s, and a few scams that were popping up all over the place in America, they faced a fierce battle to be classified in the same category with chain letters that finally metamorphosed into pyramid schemes. They had lawsuits of different shapes and sizes for different motivations. Some companies were motivated simply by the fact that they were successful. In a short period of time, they had grown exponentially. They had done more sales than the normal retail companies. They had expanded to become the biggest retail companies in a few other countries. Things were growing amazingly. They faced opposition from conventional media, who felt word-of-mouth advertising was a king competition. They faced competition from normal competitors. And as of 1972, there was a lawsuit that was going to outlaw what Amway was doing and classify them and categorize them as scams. It took 4 years and millions of dollars. Eventually, 1979, Amway won. And since then, they won a right for the industry of network marketing to stand on its own. Now, first of all, before I go further to delve into who is in network marketing, who are the people that are practicing it, which companies are there, are they small companies, are they big companies? Before we go into all that, network marketing is usually confused with two other concepts. I would like to clarify very quickly and make you abundantly aware that these are different entities and they are outright scams. The first thing people confuse with network marketing is what has been popularly known as Ponzi schemes, or what is being metamorphosed also into Madoff schemes. What exactly are Ponzi schemes? Key action words here. A Ponzi scheme is an investment opportunity. Mark the words investment. It's an investment opportunity where you are promised consistent returns or large returns without clarity about exactly what the business is doing. It's a scheme where you invest your money and the company promises you returns, while in reality you are being paid from the future investments of people who are joining the scheme. It's a rob Peter to people model. Key action words are investments, no products. It's an investment that yields returns not from actual activity, but payouts derived from other people's money. It is not a distribution model, it is an investment. The other thing that is easily confused is what they call pyramid schemes. Pyramid schemes are simply schemes where you pay money for a product of no value, usually a letter, a sheet of paper, or something of the sort, and you are promised that when you bring others, you will get a reward. The reward in the pyramid scheme is futuristic, it's a promise. The monies paid are not paid for anything. They're basically paid to build a pyramid that will ultimately crumble. These have been masqueraded by a variety of companies as network marketing opportunities. They clearly are not. Pyramid schemes have no products of value. The money you pay is wasted if there are no rewards or returns as promised. And Ponzi schemes are investments scams where the investor collects money from people and uses the money of new people to pay the monies or the returns of the old. Network marketing, on the other hand, is a distribution model. It's currently 60 years old, and it has featured an army of big and exciting companies who have found it as a way to do business. Today, there are thousands of network marketing companies operating throughout the United States, Canada, Mexico, South America, United Kingdom, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, Israel, Japan, the Pacific Basin, Nigeria, South Africa, all over the world. Little Malaysia has more than 1,000 active network marketing companies. Network marketing is reported to be an over $100 billion industry internationally. This is made up of Fortune 500 companies, and there are companies that practice network marketing that are listed on the New York Stock Exchange. For example, in 1993, Amway was the fastest growing foreign company in Japan with sales over $1 billion. Discovery Toys markets their products solely by network marketing. Citigroup has a subsidiary called Primerica that is functioning fully on network marketing. Sales figures in excess of $100 million for Sprint. MCI and AT&T make their long-distance phone service available through network marketing. The A.L. Williams Company utilizes network marketing and has started the insurance industry by outselling Prudential, the giant in the industry, in short 4 years. Even traditional companies like Colgate-Palmolive, like Gillette's company, have network marketing subsidiaries. Rexall Drug is now utilizing the network marketing method of distribution and its subsidiary, Rexall Showcase. There are a number of high-profile companies leveraging on this industry as well. New Skin, Maybelline, Dow Chemical and Matrix, Mary Kay, a few of these companies are involved as well. And you can look at them for size. For example, Meluka is doing better than Liz Caliban. The Limited and John Paul Mitchell, while New Skin is doing better than Maybelline. Though everyone is bigger than Estee Lauder. Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart, is quoted as saying, "I'd rather run a profitable business in an unconventional industry than an unprofitable business in a conventional industry." Mary Kay is bigger than Johnson & Johnson. Amway is bigger than Revlon. Network marketing is pushing companies of the same categories, pushing some of them to bigger proportions than their contemporaries. Many companies that began as direct selling companies are now utilizing network marketing compensation models. Some examples include Avon. It's a $3 billion cosmetic giant. Watkins Products, which has been direct selling for over 100 years before it converted to network marketing, and Encyclopedia Britannica. There are a few high-profile people you need to know about as well. People like Warren Buffett, currently second richest man in the world. He says the best investments he's ever made by buying shares in companies that utilize this model. Warren Buffett is the largest single individual investor in Coca-Cola. He values the investments he makes in these direct selling network marketing compensation model companies much better than his investment in Coca-Cola. Donald Trump has the Trump Network. He's known for real estate. He's venturing into network marketing. Virgin has Virgin VIE. It runs on a network marketing model. Brian Tracy, Jim Rohn are people who have one involvement or the other with network marketing as well. Robert Kiyosaki wrote a book to endorse the industry. This industry is bigger than you think. Some of the biggest companies in the world are gradually shifting in this direction and leveraging on the powerful tool of this distribution model. This industry is big, and the reason why it's big is because it works. It's a model where the company wins, not just the people. The people win, yes, it's a way to democratize and empower people. You can democratize an industry and empower people by spreading the funds for advertisement to referrals. After all, the reason why we buy is not because of those fancy adverts. We buy based on recommendation of our friends. This industry leverages on that and empowers people, but the company wins as well. Typically, network marketing companies do not have to spend advertising costs until the products are sold. The conventional companies invest heavily in advertising, in product development, and have a higher chance of losing. Network marketing is a more sustainable model. It started like many great inventions accidentally. Somebody suddenly discovered that it works better to have your family and friends tell their family and friends about your products and get as many people as possible selling it. You probably sell more. I've told you about the little bit of the history, how Amway stepped into the scene. I've shared with you a few differences between network marketing, Ponzi schemes, and pyramid schemes. I've also gone a little bit to show you the companies that are involved in network marketing and the high-profile people that are associated with it. I've also gone ahead to tell you that the company does win. The business model reduces the risk on the company and positions the company to succeed with results. The network marketing industry is a giant industry with billions and billions of dollars involved. In an economy where there's a downturn, Warren Buffett says the only industry that is recession proof is the network marketing industry. It doesn't conflict with normal work schedule. You can do your normal 9 to 5 and add 2 extra hours to build extra income. Marketing on a part-time effort can provide a financial cushion of residual income to protect yourself from such events as a downturn or a layoff. A recent Wall Street Journal survey found that 80% of the workforce that want to own their own businesses and 40% surveyed would like to work at home. This is exactly what network marketing provides. People are searching for ways to build a future that develops leadership and provides a balance in their lives for their families and each other, without sacrificing their sanity in the process. Network marketing provides that opportunity. Now, this industry is real. This industry works. This industry provides more millionaires than many other industries. I listened to prolific Dolph DeRoos speak emphatically, and he said, I have researched. I have gone through a few things. I am a real estate expert. There is no industry like network marketing that produces millionaires. Not any in the last 25 years. We have a model that allows you to even play in real estate. We have a model that allows you to play with all the avenues to wealth. This is the business model that Avenues to Wealth has chosen to use. It's a business model of empowerment. Rather than employ a few employees, pay them handsome salaries to market the product of the company, blast it on radio, TV, and billboards, the companies have said, let us spread the wealth. Let us break it down into what people can share in by word of mouth advertising. Network marketing is a model based on cooperation. And like you and I know, TEAM, team, is an acronym for together, each achieves more. When we work as a team with this cooperation system and not competition, we're likely to expand, to grow, and to prosper. A network marketing company supplies the products, and then there's a partnership of a network of independent representatives, each one in business for themselves. The company takes care of the research and development, finances, management, public relations, production and warehousing, packaging, quality control and administration, shipping, data processing and accounting, and payment of representative sales, commissions and checks, while the individuals focus on advertising and distribution. It's an effective model. And it's a model because it's better to stay. I read a book some time ago, Wave 3. And in Wave 3, something very interesting was predicted to happen in the next decade. It was said that a time will come that whatever it is that you want to buy, somebody has an opportunity of informing the company ahead that he or she was the one that told you first. In which case your name is tagged against theirs, so that if in the future you decide to buy, somebody benefits. Isn't that amazing? And the time will come when, whether you like it or yes, people will benefit from your purchases because they were the one who, quote and unquote, registered you. The network marketing industry is designed with synergy in mind. In the normal workplace, there's a lot of competition going on. But here, together, truly, each achieves more. There's a course we run that we talk about the 7 habits of highly effective people. These habits are so effective and so true for network marketing. This is one place where helping people succeed also helps you succeed. This is one place where you can begin with your end in mind and be able to play your life and find yourself making impact in the lives of others, making a difference in the lives of others. Yes, you make extra income. Yes, you become financially free. But above all, you leave a legacy. You help others succeed. You make tangible impact in the lives of others. One of the reasons for the success of the network marketing in the 1990s is that it is based on cooperation, not competition. Unlike in traditional business, career advancement in network marketing comes directly from helping to create success with those that you introduce to the company. Network marketing is sharing information that results in product sales. People involve themselves because they want to finally be compensated for what their efforts are really worth. They are involved because somebody cared enough about them to show them the awesome opportunity of network marketing. They get involved because they were told and they were ready to make a change. Why hasn't the truth been told to some people? People resist change and are fearful of what they do not fully understand. People are comfortable with what is known and accepted by most. Network marketing is about empowerment of the individual. And in a world where people are grasping to hold on to power, many people are insecure. But network marketing develops you. It develops your character. You handle different kinds of people. It is really your best interest that people have in heart when they tell you about this opportunity. Remember what happened to WT grants, franchising, and the first newspaper. Most new concepts have always met with resistance and rejection at first. And because the primary advertisers are radio, newspaper, TV, and network marketing is an alternative form of advertising, guess where the greatest resistance will come from? It is in the media's best interest to say anything they can to discredit the industry that does not advertise. Do you suppose major traditional companies that are receiving increased commission from network marketing companies are excited? Whose side do you suppose the media would take to protect their own advertising dollar? This is the direction, and these are the things that are happening. Position yourself with this big wave that is building. Avenues to Wealth is using this model, and no apologies, because in just 2 years we can safely look back and see thousands of people whose lives have been transformed, thousands of people whose lives have changed, scores who have done exceptionally well. This model works. This model is real and it works. Network marketing is a new way to financial freedom. You will never create residual income and freedom from the traditional job. Even professionals are trading their time for money. If they are not seeing clients or patients, they are not getting paid. Most income is temporary, and it's easy to determine if your income is temporary. Just stop working for 90 days. If your income stops or slows down, you have temporary income. In network marketing, you can stop trading time for money. Once you develop a solid network of sales representatives, you will create ongoing residual income. This can give you the freedom to do what you want to do when you want to do it. It is interesting how resistant we have to change. Very interesting. It's been said that network marketing is the next step in the evolution of free enterprise. But there's one thing you can always be assured of. The most fundamental factor of life in our world today is that change is inevitable. It is inevitable. And this is the direction that things are heading. Take out the liberty, go online, search, read, get books. I recommend a few books. I recommend Robert Kiyosaki's Business School for people who like to help people. I recommend Don Filer's 45 seconds presentation. I recommend My First Year in Network Marketing by the Yarnells, Mr. and Mrs. I recommend Wave 3, I recommend Wave 4. I recommend the greatest networker in the world. I recommend these books. Pick them up and read them. Check through, peruse them. Change is inevitable. In Avenues to Wealth, we leverage on the fairest model of all. It's called the binary model. It's a model that favors the weak and supports the strong. It's a model that allows the people who start to be consistent and stay. It's a model that doesn't cut you off at any point in time, but ensures that there's value for the effort that you put in. That is the model that Avenues to Wealth is using. It's a fair model. It's a binary model. And with this model, if all you do is build a team of 3 people and duplicate yourself in them, teach them to do the same, and teach them to teach their people to do the same. If all you do is 3 in a month and you teach your team to do the same, in less than 1 year, you can earn over $200,000. It sounds too good to be true. That's the power of compound interest. That's the power of building a team, a sustainable team. If everybody carries a little load, then everybody has a gigantic structure. And all it takes is communication skills. All it takes is teaching skills. The greatest asset to a networker is the ability to teach, because duplication simplifies your life. So selling 5%, teaching 95%. Find a good company to plug into. I recommend the one I am involved with, the one I know about, the one I can speak confidently about, the one whose owners I've met, one whose owners have come to Nigeria. I recommend Avenues to Wealth.
Why do I want you to be a part of this amazing opportunity? Why do I want you to plug in with Avenues to Wealth in particular? I'll tell you. It's a model I'm familiar with. It's a model I know. It's a model that has been sustainable over the years. If you check the history of network marketing and see the models that do well, they are usually binary models. It's a model that is here to stay. And Avenues to Wealth, I know the founders, I know the owners, you know the drivers in your local country, is real. And I tell people, the reason why you need to be a part of this as well is because there's a death in advertising. Advertising is going on a spiral that leads down. Why? Because people have more options, more TV channels, more things contending for the eyes of the people. And people can now tune away from the adverts and watch things that they really want to watch because they have options. Avenues to Wealth is the opportunity that I recommend. You study the industry. Yes, you can join anyone. But I personally recommend Avenues to Wealth because I know it's the most flexible in terms of platform that allows space for the buyer and creates an opportunity for the seller as well. Don't waste time about this. Plug in into this opportunity, make the most of it, and then you can come on board and get help. We have fantastic support systems. There are CDs that teach you how to do everything, the products, the reward plan, the first 2 weeks, your journey. We stay with you all the way and help you make this journey a successful one. It's been my pleasure sharing this with you. My name again is A2W, and I'm excited and amazed by this opportunity so regularly. And I'm privileged to be the one sharing it with you. Thank you for listening. I wish you all the best in life and see you at the top of the topmost top.
Thank you.